Jai Hind, dear students, and welcome back to our mathematics class. All of you watch the video very carefully. Jai Hind, students, welcome back to mathematics online class. In your previous class, you have learned about the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial, linear polynomial, and you have studied different types of problems. So today we are going to see the next section of this chapter, that is about cubic polynomials. Okay? Yes. In class 9 you have learned what is the general form of a cubic polynomial. Okay. So let me write the general form of a cubic polynomial. The general form of a cubic polynomial is of the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, so you know that a cubic polynomial is of degree 3 and you can see the coefficients here a, b, c, d, where d is considered as the constant term, c is the coefficient of x term, b is the coefficient of x square term, and a is the coefficient of x cube term. And you have learned also that a cubic polynomial is having 3 factors. No? So when it is having 3 factors, what is the number of zeros it is having? Yes, 3 zeros. So finally we can say that a cubic polynomial is having at most 3 zeros. Okay. So now we are going to see an example of a cubic polynomial. From that we consider the 3 zeros of that polynomial. And how to find the factors of a cubic polynomial all you have learned in your class 9. Okay. So just we are directly going to the factors of the cubic polynomial. So let us consider an example. So example for a cubic polynomial, consider x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. So you can see here a cubic polynomial that is of degree 3. The terms are x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. Now you know that when you factorize this cubic polynomial, we will get 3 factors. Okay. So I am going to write those factors directly, and those factors are x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x minus 2. Okay. So when you factorize this cubic polynomial, you will get 3 factors. This factorization you have learned earlier. So that only I have written those 3 factors directly. Now you know that by factor theorem we studied when there are 3 factors, that is x minus 1 is a factor, the value of x is 1. X plus 1 is a factor, the value of x is minus 1. And x minus 2 is a factor, value of x is plus 2. So those 3 values of x are actually the 3 zeros of this cubic polynomial. Okay. So I am going to write those zeros. So therefore we can say x equal to 1, x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 2. So these 3 values of x are actually the 3 zeros of this cubic polynomial. Okay. So this 1, minus 1, 2 are the 3 zeros. Understand? So a cubic polynomial is having 3 zeros. So for this example, we got the 3 zeros. They are 1, minus 1 and 2. Now we are going to actually, what is the topic today? We are going to find out what is the relation, as we studied in linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial, what is the relation between the zeros and coefficients of the polynomial. The same way we are going to study what is the relation between the coefficients of a cubic polynomial and the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, so that is the topic today. So I am going to write that relation between the zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. Okay, so the relation we are going to find out. Now, as I said earlier, this polynomial, we have considered this example. What is the polynomial? X cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2, and we got three zeros. They are 1, minus 1 and 2 are the three zeros of this cubic polynomial. Now what I am going to do, as we did in linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial, how we took the zeros there? One zero is alpha, another zero is beta. Okay, so because here there are three zeros, we are going to consider the first zero alpha, then beta, and one more zero we are going to consider as gamma. Okay, so let us start that. Let our polynomial I have written is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. So what are the three zeros? 1, minus 1 and 2 are the three zeros. So let alpha, beta, gamma be the three zeros of this cubic polynomial p of x. Okay, yes. Now before finding the relation, we need to find out what is sum of the roots, product of the roots. Okay, so sum of the roots. Sum of the roots. If I need to find the sum of the roots or sum of the zeros, we want to add these three numbers, that is 1 plus minus 1 plus 2. I added the three zeros. So what is the answer? 1 minus 1 is 0 plus 2. So answer is 2. So we got sum of the zeros equal to 2. Now as we did in quadratic polynomial, we can find out what is the value of minus b by a, that is coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Let us find out. Yes, now from the polynomial we are having here the value of a, that is coefficient of x cube is 1, the b coefficient of x square, b is minus 2, c term, that is coefficient of x, c is minus 1, here minus is there, and the last term is the constant, that is b equal to 2. So let us consider these coefficients of our polynomial. Now sum of the roots, here we got 2. Now we are going to verify by the expression minus b by a. So therefore from the polynomial minus b by a. What is this minus b by a? Minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. So what is the answer here? Minus coefficient of x square, that is b. b value is minus 2. So minus of minus 2 divided by coefficient of x cube, that is a. What is the value of a? 1. So what you get the answer? Minus of minus 2 equal to 2. 2 by 1 is 2. So now you can see that sum of the zeros came equal to minus b by a. What is the meaning of that? When we add alpha plus beta plus gamma, that value is equal to minus b by a. So therefore alpha plus beta plus gamma, the sum of the three zeros of a cubic polynomial will be always equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x square and a is the coefficient of x cube. So this is the first relation between the zeros of a cubic polynomial and the coefficients. Okay. See children, in a cubic polynomial we have to study three relations. Okay. So one of the relations we studied now, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Now in order to move to the second relation, we are taking a new concept, that is, we know that the polynomial is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2, where we got the three zeros, alpha 1, beta equal to minus 1 and gamma equal to 2. So to get the second relation, we need to consider alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. What is the meaning of this? This is actually the sum of product of the zeros taken two at a time. That is, first you want to multiply alpha into beta, then you are multiplying beta into gamma, then we have to take alpha into gamma. So that is the meaning of sum of the zeros, that is sum of the product of the zeros taken two at a time. So by finding this, we are going to get the second relation between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. So let us check what is the answer for this expression. Okay. So that we need to put the values of alpha, beta, gamma here. So this is the meaning, sum of the product of the zeros taken two at a time. Yes. So let us find the answer. What is alpha? 1. So 1 into beta, that is minus 1, plus beta minus 1 into gamma value is 2, plus gamma 2 into alpha, again it is 1. Now we can simplify. 1 into minus 1, minus 1, here minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2, okay, plus into minus, then plus 2 into 1, it is 2. Now you can see minus 2 plus 2, it is 0, so that term is cancelled and we are getting the value equal to minus 1. So we got alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to minus 1. Now to get the relation, I am going to find out what is the value for c by a from the polynomial. Okay. So now c by a. What is c? C is actually the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x cube. So what is the answer for c by a? C is, we have already written, c is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 by a is equal to 1. So what is minus 1 by 1? Minus 1 by 1 is again minus 1. So what you can understand from these two answers? This product of zeros, that is sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time, is equal to the value of c by a. So what is the conclusion? What is the relation? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. So that is the second relation of this cubic polynomial between zeros and coefficients. So that is the conclusion. Therefore, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, where c is coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x cube. So we got the second relation. Yes, now students, to get the third relation, we are going to find the product of the zeros. Okay. So here three zeros, we are going to find the product of the zeros, product of the zeros equal to, that is product of the zeros means alpha, beta, gamma. Multiply the three zeros. What is alpha? 1 into beta, minus 1 into 2. So 1 into minus 1 into 2. What is the answer? 1 into minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Yes. So we got the product of the zeros equal to minus 2. Now to get the relation, we need to find out minus b by a. So let us check what is the value of minus d by a. What is d? D is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x cube. So we have already written here what is d? 2. So minus d becomes minus 2 by a is equal to 1. So minus 2 by 1 is minus 2. So what did you understand from this? The product of the zeros is equal to the value of minus d by a. So thus we can write the relation product of the zeros of a cubic polynomial alpha, beta, gamma is equal to minus d by a. So that is the third relation between the zeros and coefficients. Okay, okay students. So what are the three relations we studied now? Relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. There are three relations. So we got the first relation, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. That is sum of the zeros equal to minus b by a. What is this minus b by a? It is minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. That is the first relation. Second relation, how we find out? The product of sum of the product of the zeros taken two at a time. That is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. We got it is equal to c by a. What is c? Coefficient of x by a is coefficient of x cube. And the third relation is product of the three zeros alpha beta gamma, that we got it is equal to minus d by a, where d is the constant term. So minus constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. So all of you should memorize all the three relations so that we can do more example problems how we need to verify the relation between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. Yes, now come to the first example. Here question is verify that minus 1, 2 and 1 by 2 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial 2x cube minus x square minus 5x minus 2. Then verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So read the question properly and understand the meaning first. Okay. Actually this question is having two parts. The first part is verify that the three numbers are the zeros. So verify, we need to verify the given three numbers are the zeros of this cubic polynomial. Okay. And you have learned in previous classes how we need to verify the given number as a zero of the polynomial. How we will do? Yes, we need to consider the polynomial and you want to substitute these values in the place of x, in the place of the variable, and if you are getting that value equal to 0, then this numbers will be the zero of the polynomial. That means assume the given polynomial as p of x and you want to find out p of minus 1, p of 2 and p of 1 by 2, and if you are getting all these values equal to 0, then no doubt they are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. Okay. So first we have to verify the three numbers are zeros or not. Okay. Then we need to go to the second part of the question. What is the second part? Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So using the three relations what we studied now, you want to verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients of this polynomial. So first we are going to assume the polynomial as p of x and we are going to find out they are the zeros or not. So start the problem. Let p of x is equal to 2x cube minus x square minus 5x minus 2. So we are going to verify whether these three numbers are zeros or not. First we have to find out p of minus 1. So p of minus 1 means, you know, in the place of the variable x we need to put the value minus 1. So what we are getting? 2 into x value minus 1. So minus 1 the whole cube minus x square minus 1 the whole square minus 5 into x is minus 1 minus 2. Now simplify this. Minus 1 cube, that is anytime minus 1, if it is having odd power, it is equal to minus 1. If it is having an even power, then it will change into plus 1. So here you can see 3 is the number here, cube. So the value is negative 2 into minus 1 minus, here you can see minus 1 the whole square. So that is plus 1. So minus 1, the value is plus 1 here. Minus 5 into minus 1, again plus 5 minus 2. Now add this. So 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3 plus 5, that is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So what you got? P of minus 1 is equal to 0. So when you are getting the value equal to 0, we can conclude this number minus 1 is a 0 of the given polynomial. So likewise we are going to find out for the other two numbers. So next we are going to verify P of 2. So what is P of 2? Put the value 2 in this polynomial. So you are getting 2 into 2 cube, that is x cube minus x square, 2 square minus 5x, 5 into 2 minus 2. Okay, we put the value 2 for x. Now we can simplify. What is 2 cube? 2 cube is 8. So 8 into 2, 16 minus 2 square. 2 square is 4 minus 5 into 2 is 10. So 10 minus 2. Now add this, what you get? 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 minus 10, 2. 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So thus you got P of 2 also equal to 0. That means 2 is also a 0 of the polynomial. Yes, now we are going to verify the third 0. So that we need to find out P of 1 by 2. It's not P of 1 by 2, it is minus 1 by 2. Okay. So we are going to find out P of minus 1 by 2. The third number is minus 1 by 2. Now let us verify what is P of minus 1 by 2. So that is 2 into x cube, that is minus 1 by 2 the whole cube, then minus x square. So minus 1 by 2 the whole square, then minus 5x. So it will come minus 5 into minus 1 by 2. Now the last number is minus 2. Minus 2. Now we can simplify. So this is equal to 2 into, what is minus 1 by 2 the whole cube? It is minus 1 by 8. Then minus 1 by 2 the whole square is 1 by 4. So that minus 1 by 4, and here minus into minus, plus 5 by 2 minus 2. Now we can reduce this 2 and 8. So that 1, 2 is 2, 4 2s are 8. We get minus 1 by 4, again minus 1 by 4, plus 5 by 2, minus 2. What is minus 1 by 4, minus 1 by 4? We want to add the two fractions. They are like fractions. So that minus 2 by 4 plus 5 by 2 minus 2. This 2 by 4 we can reduce so that it will become 1 by 2. Okay. And 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. They are like fractions. So that we can combine that two numbers. Minus 1 plus 5. It is 4. So that 4 by 2 minus 2. What is 4 by 2? Equal to 2. What is 2 minus 2? 0. Thus we got P of minus 1 by 2 also equal to 0. So thus we got all the values, that is P of minus 1 0, P of 2 equal to 0 and P of minus 1 by 2 equal to 0. So from this values that we get 0, we can conclude that these three given numbers -1, 2 and -1/2 are the zeros of this cubic polynomial. Okay, so one section of the problem is over. Now we are moving to the second part of the question. What is the second part? Verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. So now we studied three relations, so that we want to verify in this second part of the question. We are going to verify the relationship between the zeros. What are the zeros now? -1 is a 0, 2 is a 0 and -1/2 is also a 0 of the cubic polynomial. We verified just now. So now we are going to see the relationship between these three zeros and the coefficients. What are the coefficients of this polynomial? Coefficients A is equal to 2, B equal to -1, C equal to -5 and D equal to -2. So assume those values and take the three zeros. Now we need to verify the relationship. Okay. So first we can write here. So this is, we are going to do the second part of the question. From the polynomial we have A equal to 2, B equal to -1, C equal to -5, D equal to -2. And let the three zeros be alpha equal to the first zero -1, beta equal to 2, gamma equal to -1/2. So we are going to find the first relation. What is the first relation? Sum of the zeros. So let us find out whether the first relation is coming correct or not. So to verify the first relation, what is that? Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to -b/a. This you need to verify. Okay. So first we can find out what is the sum of the zeros. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. What is the addition? -1 plus 2 plus -1/2. -1 plus 2 plus -1/2. That is equal to, what is -1 plus 2? 1. So 1 minus 1/2. What is 1 minus 1/2? Take the LCM. LCM is 2. So 2 minus 1/2. Okay. So 2 minus 1/2, that is equal to 1/2. So we got sum of the zeros equal to 1/2. Now using the relation, what is the other side? -b/a. Now let us find out what is the value of -b/a. So -b/a equal to, what is minus of b? B is -1. So minus of -1 by a. What is the value of a? 2. So what is minus of -1 is 1/2. What you can see here? The sum of the zeros value and -b/a also, both of them we got 1/2. That means this relation is verified. So therefore alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to -b/a is, this relation is verified. So our first relation is verified. Now we need to move to the second relation. Now we are going to verify the second relation. What is the second relation? To verify alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to c/a. So this is the second relation we are going to verify now. So first we can find out what is the value of alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to, we have the values of alpha, beta and gamma. Now put it here. Alpha beta means alpha into beta, that is -1 into beta is 2 plus beta gamma. Beta is 2 and gamma is -1/2. So 2 into -1/2. Then the third one is gamma alpha. What is gamma? gamma is minus 1 by 2 into what is alpha minus 1. Okay. Now we need to simplify. This is equal to minus 1 into 2 minus 2. Now here this 2 and 2 can be cancelled. So we are having plus into minus 1, that is minus 1, and the last term minus into minus, it becomes plus 1 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. So again minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3 plus 1 by 2. Okay. Yes. Now fraction and a number, we need to find out the LCM. Here LCM is 2 and minus 3 multiplied by 2, it is minus 6 plus 1, that is minus 5 by 2. Okay. So we got this is actually sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time, that we got minus 5 by 2. Now we are going to check C by A, whether it is coming the same answer. Okay, C by A. What is C by A? What is the value of C? Minus 5. So minus 5 by A is 2. Okay, so from the beginning itself we got the answer. So minus 5 by 2, here also minus 5 by 2. The relation is verified. Therefore, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to C by A is verified. Now we are going to see the third relation. What is the third relation? Alpha beta gamma equal to minus D by A. Product of the zeros equal to minus D by A. So we can find out what is the product of the zeros. Alpha beta gamma equal to, what is the value of alpha? Minus 1 into beta is 2 and gamma is minus 1 by 2. Now multiply the 3 zeros. Here you can cancel this 2 and 2, so that minus 1 into minus 1, it becomes plus 1. So therefore alpha beta gamma we got equal to 1. Now we can find the value of minus D by A. What is minus D by A? D value is minus 2. So that it becomes minus of minus 2 by A. What is A? A equal to 2. So that the answer is 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. So finally we got alpha beta gamma is equal to minus D by A is verified. Therefore, alpha beta gamma is equal to minus D by A is verified. Now we are moving to the last section of this topic, that is how to form a cubic polynomial. Formation of cubic polynomial if 3 zeros are given. So when we are given the 3 zeros of the cubic polynomial, how we need to form the cubic polynomial, we are going to study here. So you know that we have considered the 3 zeros as, let alpha, beta, gamma be the 3 zeros of a cubic polynomial. So the 3 zeros we are taking as alpha, beta and gamma. Now from the relation we know, we studied 3 relations. One is we can find out what is the sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma, and another we studied sum of the product of the 2 zeros taken 2 at a time. So beta gamma plus gamma alpha, and then we studied what is the product of the zeros alpha, beta, gamma. So using this, when the 3 zeros are given, we need to find out these 3 relations, and using these 3 relations we can form the cubic polynomial. So what is the general form of the cubic polynomial after finding these values is given by the general form of a cubic polynomial if alpha, beta, gamma are given. So when we are given these three zeros of the cubic polynomial, the general form to write the cubic polynomial is k into x cube minus of alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma. Okay, so this is the formation of a cubic polynomial when three zeros are given. To easily keep in memory, you listen here. First term is positive x cube, then it changes the sign minus for the second term, then it is again positive for the third term, and last term is again negative. Okay, and you can see what is this alpha plus beta plus gamma, the value of sum of the roots. Then alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is the sum of the product of the roots taken two at a time, and the last one is product of the zeros. So when you know all these three relations, we can easily form the quadratic cubic polynomial. Okay, so we can form the cubic polynomial using this general form. And you know that as we discussed in quadratic polynomial, this k is a constant, it can take any value, and if you are asked one cubic polynomial to find out, you assume k equal to 1. So all of you memorize this general form. Now we can see one example from this, how we need to form the cubic polynomial when the three zeros are given. Yes, now see this question. Form a cubic polynomial whose zeros are 2, 3 and 1 by 2. So here the three zeros are given. We need to form the cubic polynomial. So what I said, we need to assume the three zeros as alpha, beta and gamma, and we want to find out what is the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma. All these three quantities we need to find out, then we can form the cubic polynomial. So first we can take, let alpha equal to 2, beta equal to 3 and the third zero gamma equal to 1 by 2. Now one by one we can find out. First alpha plus beta plus gamma. You know that it is equal to, add the three numbers, that is 2 plus 3 plus 1 by 2, that is 5 plus 1 by 2. What is 5 plus 1 by 2? Take the LCM. So 5 into 2, 10 plus 1, that is 11 by 2. So we got the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma is 11 by 2. Now we need to find out what is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Put the values. Alpha 2 into beta 3 plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 2 into 1 by 2. Now here this 2 and 2 can be cancelled and we get 6 plus 3 by 2 plus 1. Now you know 6 plus 1 we can combine, it is 7. So 7 plus 3 by 2. What is 7 plus 3 by 2? Take the LCM. So 2 into 7, 14 plus 3, 17. So 17 by 2 is the value of alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Now we need to find the product of the zeros. That is our third relation. So alpha beta gamma equal to, multiply the three zeros. 2 into 3 into 1 by 2. 2 into 3 into 1 by 2. Here because it is multiplication, you can cancel this 2 and 2. So you will get 3. Now we need to substitute all these values in the general form. Therefore, the cubic polynomial is, okay, we need to write the general form, and you know here, because we are asked only one cubic polynomial, form a cubic polynomial, we can assume k value equal to 1 and just you can write this is equal to x cube minus what is alpha plus beta plus gamma we got equal to 11 by 2. So 11 by 2 x square. Then what is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to 17 by 2. So it is plus 17 by 2 x. Then the last value alpha beta gamma is equal to 3. So minus 3. So this is the required form of cubic polynomial. So dear students, I hope all of you understood the examples and the topic we discussed today. So all of you practice all these problems, textual questions, and do the homework, complete the exercise, complete the notes in a very good handwriting, and revise all the problems. And this topic for linear, quadratic and cubic polynomial, all the relations what we discussed, you want to keep in memory and understand the concept very clearly. Here is your homework, students. From exercise 2.4, you need to complete the questions 1 and 2, page number 36. All of you finish the homework and send to your concerned teachers. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.